If it's a 103, it's gonna fit. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the garage, everybody. I am actually just finishing up installing a reverse camera on my Toyota, but I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to talk to you guys about something that I keep getting comments about. Wait a minute, I screwed all that up. I want to talk to you guys about my wife's motorcycle. A lot of you guys have been asking questions about specific things on it, so I thought this would be the video to go ahead and go around her bike and tell you what I've done to it. Okay guys, so I want to give you a real quick disclaimer. My wife's motorcycle is absolutely filthy, and that's because she rides it. This is a 2013 Harley-Davidson FLD Dyna Switchback. So the biggest question I get is what kind of exhaust is on it. So let me get the camera over here and I want to show you. Okay guys, this is a Vance & Hines 2-in-2 big radius exhaust. Okay, so Vance & Hines did not make 2-in-2 big radius exhaust for this motorcycle, but they did make it for the 103 twin cam. That's how I knew it would fit. But I had to do a couple special modifications just to be able to get this to fit. I'm going to try to shoehorn this camera down in this crevice so that you can see what I did. And guys, forgive me, it's hot in Northern Illinois and I'm a fat guy, so I'm getting a workout today. Plus I just finished all my lawn work and I might have drank too much coffee. Okay, so the first thing that I did is, you see this bracket right here? I hope you can see that bracket. I actually made that at work. I machined a 1-inch piece of aluminum, drilled some holes in it, painted it black. What I had to do was I had to space the floorboard out to get it away from the exhaust. And let's see if this actually works. If you look up underneath here, you can see around, hopefully you can see around the heat shield. I actually had to notch it out to get clearance from this. So it's actually really super simple to make this piece to put this exhaust on. So if you find a big radius 2-in-2 exhaust for the twin cam 103, it will fit your bike. The actual exhaust bracket that bolts to it, how do I say this? The bracket that holds the exhaust in place actually bolts to the transmission. So the 103 and the 6-speed transmission doesn't change from bike to bike. Okay, so the other question I get from a lot of people is, what type of air cleaner is that? This is a Roland Sands turbine air cleaner. And yes, once again, do they make it for the Dyna Switchback? I believe if you go to Roland Sands' website and you look it up, no, they don't. But they do make it for a 103, which means if you have a Switchback, it's going to fit. That's going to be the going theme throughout pretty much this whole video is, if it's a 103, it's going to fit. So just get used to that. And this right here is her batwing fairing. This is from a company called Reckless Fairing. I don't know how you get Reckless Manufacturing, I guess. I don't know. But this is the Reckless Fairing. Now, this is an older system. So it's got the 4 Polk audio speakers, the Infinity waterproof system. From the inside, it don't look too bad. But when you come around to the front of it, like I said, never mind the dirt, it looks like a street glide. That's kind of what my wife wanted. Also, I want to show you guys something that I did for her because I love her more than anything in the world, and she's just a wee bit shorter than the normal person. That, my friends, is a factory air ride system off a touring motorcycle. It doesn't have a pump on it. You don't hit a switch. You actually have a Schrader valve, and you have to take a bicycle pump and you have to air it up. This is off the Ultra Glides, the Ultra Classics, I believe. The reason why I did this is because she's short. And I put some slammer shocks on here. I put progressive 412 shocks, which lowered this bike for her. That worked really well. The problem was, I started noticing as we were riding that it looked like she was being bucked off the seat. And when I'm going down the road, I couldn't feel anything. Now, I know a lot of you guys are saying you weigh a lot more than her, and you're right. But I also have Legends suspension, Legends air ride on my motorcycle. So, to be completely honest with you, I was at my buddy Brian's house. Brian, thank you. Brilliant idea, worked perfect. But I was at my buddy Brian's house having some adult beverages like we like to do. And he came up with the concept of seeing if these shocks would fit her bike. And guys, I can tell you firsthand, guys, that they fit perfectly. And it allows me to keep about 50 PSI of pressure in here, so she gets the best ride she's ever experienced, and the bike squats a little lower for her to be able to reach. She does not get the death wobble. She does not have a problem with this bike. She has put several thousand miles on it. Actually, to be truthful, I think she's only put like 3,000 or 4,000 on it since we put it on last year. But she does have air ride on this, just not a full auto air ride. And this was cheap. This only cost me $40 for the shocks. I bought them off a buddy. Maybe you got a buddy that has a pair just laying around. You guys can try it too. I guarantee you, you'll enjoy it. I'm sure you've all seen the video I did on the tour pack for her Switchback. If you haven't, I'll link that up here somewhere. But we have here your common everyday tour pack that you buy off of Amazon. I mean, yeah, she keeps a lot of necessary road items in here. Got to have the helmet, you know, for when she parks in grass. You know, women, they got to have makeup. Mentos. It's the fresh maker. No, seriously though. Putting this on the back of her motorcycle really tied together everything she wanted. She wanted to be able to carry that half helmet for when she goes to the school to pick our kids up. I mean, yeah, we have more than one kid. We got 5 of them technically. But if she wants to make a special trip in Illinois, children have to have a helmet on so she can carry it with her. Only 2 more things that we've actually done to this motorcycle is the same thing everybody does to it. We got a Daymaker headlight in there. And yeah, you see that little halo ring about it. So let me tell you the story about this headlight. There's a place in Rockford called Treasures and More. And basically what they do is they buy Amazon returns and then they sell it in bulk. And they sell it cheap. Their most expensive day is an $8 day. Well, I believe that headlight goes to a Jeep. You know, full transparency. It came in a set of 2 of them. I paid $8 for it. Plugged right in with no problem. I mean, I did have to modify the light bucket just to get that heat sink in the back to fit, but that was just cutting it out with a pair of tin snips, just enough to make it fit in there. She loves the theme of the black motorcycle, but she wanted a blacked out taillight. Again, Amazon. I mean, I'm just keeping it cheap. I didn't know if it would work, and quite honestly, if it didn't, I still had the stock taillight, so I didn't care. I don't know how well you guys can actually see that back there. Like I said, I don't know how well you guys can actually see that back there, but it does have LED run, stop, and it has built-in turn signal lights, which we disabled because this style bike actually has the bullet style turn signal, so she didn't really need it. And there you have it, 2013 FLD Dyna Switchback. And it looks like a street glide. But my wife wants it white, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to paint this thing white. If you guys have any more questions about this bike or any other projects I'm working on, go ahead and send me a message, comment, whatever. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. It is summer in Northern Illinois, and more than anything, my wife and I like to be on these motorcycles. I'm hoping to bring you guys a lot of traveling content, but I will have some reviews and how-tos and stuff like that just to keep things moving. But anyways, get out, ride those bikes, be safe. I'll see you guys next video. Like, subscribe, comment, definitely comment. I'll get back to you. See you later.